I suggested we keep things strictly friendly. A boundary set to protect my emotions. He didn't reply, didn't protest, just disappeared before I reached my front steps. Almost like a film, right? 1 minute you're opening up completely. The next you're wiped from their story. If your kind words ever slammed like a shut door, this tale is for you. If you've ever felt that piercing ache, comment below. It started with sincere intentions, as these things often do. We weren't a couple, but more than just acquaintances. We lingered in that undefined gray zone. Late-night chats turning into sunrise. Random messages sent on impulse. Songs shared with each other in mind. Inside jokes only we could get. Weekends spent freely. Crashing at each other's places without much thought. No need for titles or declarations. Felt effortless like a tune, whose lyrics I hadn't learned yet. Maybe that's where it all fell apart. I was still recovering from a painful breakup. My heart held together by delicate strings. He entered quietly, not with promises, but with steady comfort. He was simply there day after day. And for a time that felt sufficient. Then came the moment no one is ever ready for. When someone begins to care deeply, and your foundation is still damaged. He never said it aloud, but I could sense it. The way he watched me babble about nothing. How he remembered the smallest things I'd said. How he made me feel safe in my chaos. Terrified me. I knew he wanted more. Something I wasn't sure I could give. So panicking I said the classic line. Let's just stay friends. It wasn't planned or mean. Slipped out sudden and raw. We were in his car outside my place. He had just handed me a treat I'd casually mentioned craving. His thoughtfulness caught me off balance. I looked at him, so kind, so unaware of the weight I was about to drop. I said it gently, hoping a soft tone would ease the blow. He didn't argue, beg, or shed a tear. He simply nodded, silent, and let me exit the car. I stood at my door, the night air crisp. Hands shaking as I fumbled for my keys. Already second-guessing my words. I wanted to turn around and say, "Wait, I'm just scared, not done." But I didn't. I went inside, sat on the couch, and checked my phone. Instagram blocked. WhatsApp gone. Messages undelivered. Twitter unfollowed. It was as if I'd been erased from his life. First came the shock, cold and sharp. Then panic, then an ache that sat heavy. Guilt and grief tangled tightly in my chest. I didn't expect it to end like that. I thought we'd slowly drift, stay in touch. Hover in that gentle, blurry zone. But he didn't allow that. He deleted me like a torn-out page. One he refused to reread. That hurt far more than I anticipated. For days I told myself I did the right thing. He deserves someone certain. You can't force love when you're still healing. You're not ready yet. But the more I repeated it, the hollower it sounded. It wasn't him I doubted, it was me. He was genuine, warm, present. And I didn't know how to accept it. I was too used to love that came with demands to adjust, to earn, to fix myself. He didn't ask that of me. He simply wanted me as I was. And I couldn't handle that sort of affection. So I hid behind the word friends. Silence can echo louder than any fight. Being erased was deafening. He didn't lash out. Didn't send a final message. Didn't even ask why. He just vanished. And for the first time in forever, I understood the pain of losing a moment. You'll never retrieve. I've drafted messages to him. Dozen or more. Starting with "hey" and ending in the trash. What do you even say to someone who took your words as a finish line, not a pause? I'm sorry I was afraid. I'm sorry I used friendship as a shield. I'm sorry I didn't trust your care. I never sent any of them. Maybe he deserves someone braver. Someone who wouldn't ruin a bond. Just to realize they needed it. The truth. Miss him. Not some perfect version of him. Just him. The way the world felt lighter with him around. The way he listened like my words mattered. The way he saw me as whole. When I felt like a scribbled draft. I don't know if he'll ever read this. or if I even cross his mind. But if he does, I hope he knows. I didn't say friends because I didn't care. I said it because I cared so much. And didn't know how to hold it without it breaking in my hands. If you've ever pushed someone away before bearing your truth, if you've hidden behind safer words to dodge messy feelings, if you've been cut off and felt you deserved it, share your story. See you. We all stumble through love sometimes. What matters is what we learn from the quiet that follows.